I'm David Conte, currently professor and chair of the composition department at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music, where I have taught for 37 years. I know that I would not have had the career I have were it not for Ruth's wise and generous guidance at a formative time in my life. I was in Ruth's music history class in the 1974-75 academic year at Bowling Green State University, where I was a 19-year-old undergraduate piano major. Though I had been composing music since I was 10, I had not fully committed to composing in my musical life. Ruth was an extraordinary classroom teacher who came up with amazing creative assignments. One was to compare and contrast the styles of Mahler and Bruckner. I did particularly good work on this assignment, and in March of 1975, she took me aside and said, "I think you should study with Nadia Boulanger and I can arrange it." Most devoted students of Ruth know that she lived in Europe for 10 years as a young woman, and while she was studying harp at the Paris Conservatory, she attended Mademoiselle Boulanger's famous analysis class on Wednesday afternoons, and I believe she also studied harmony privately with her. This was, of course, a mark of Ruth's exceptional musicianship and insight into the structure and meaning of music, something far beyond the average skilled performer. So I spent the summer of 1975 studying privately with Mademoiselle Boulanger at Fontainebleau at Ruth's suggestion and with her help. Boulanger was a demanding teacher, and though she was so famous in America that at the beginning of the summer, the entire school of 75 flocked to all her classes, by the summer's end there were a few true believers who realized they had found their teacher. I was one of those. I returned to the States uncertain whether to continue my junior year at Bowling Green or to turn right around and go back to Paris to study with Mademoiselle Boulanger, who was then 87, and had told me, "Hurry up because I'm not going to live much longer." Ruth had a better idea. She said, "She'll wait for you. Finish your junior year, taking all the courses you couldn't do privately with Boulanger at the École Normale, and we'll apply for a Fulbright scholarship, and you can return to Paris for your senior year and finish your degree with her." She guided every phase of the complex Fulbright application, including the idea of soliciting a letter from a politician, which would not have occurred to a less worldly person. I was successful in winning the grant. I could not have done it without Ruth's help. Though I did not see Ruth nearly as much as I would have liked after leaving Bowling Green, I stayed in close touch with her, and she continued to advise me about many things. I was honored to write a piece in tribute to her, My Marian Variations for Harp, in 2006, which her daughter Sonia premiered at the International Harp Conference in San Francisco. I was very pleased to be asked by Ruth to judge several harp composition competitions over the years. Ruth has had an immense impact on the world of the harp. Luckily for me, she also had an immense impact on my life as a composer, artist, and citizen. Henry Adams said of teachers, "They affect eternity. They can never tell where their influence stops." I am so pleased to offer my tribute to Ruth, whose influence on me was one of the most profound of my entire life.